Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to thank you all for coming back to my channel day in and day out. I want to thank you all YouTube for supporting me over the last year. I think this has been a very nice, exciting journey. Peacefully, I want to say thank you all for subscribing to my channels, those who continue to come back and watch my videos. I kid you not, as we all do at YouTube, we have no idea of what we're doing when we first start out. And I still don't have an idea. I just keep myself occupied by keeping up with the requirements of putting videos up. But honestly, when I started YouTube, it was because somebody said, hey, you can, take your skills and talent and put it on social media platforms. And it was fun. It has been truly fun. But I'm here today to share my 1 year journey with you. 1 year. 1 year. I've stepped away from Philadelphia and relocated to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And to be honest with you guys, I had no idea what I was going to really embark on. I just know I needed a change. And when you're ready for change, in your mind you say you are, in your heart it's a mixed emotions. You're very emotional, you're very distraught about doing it because you have to leave behind so many things. You want to leave behind the things you're dealing with, and you want to leave behind people you don't want to see anymore, people you just need a break from. And I literally didn't think about it. I was just so happy with the opportunity to relocate for work. I'm working for the Air Force, for the Department of Defense, and I leaped at the opportunity because all I wanted to do was just start a new career, start a new path. After 15 years of owning my own business as a exercise specialist, and I've had a great success doing that. But after COVID, I was ready for a change. I really was tired. I was burned out. I was doing everything, and I needed a change. And so I relocated here to New Mexico. And when I got here, I was excited. I was ready to embark on a new journey. And as you've seen from my previous videos, I've done a lot of things since I've been here. And I still have a lot of things I need to work on. I mean, I got a counselor, I got a work coach, I got a therapist, which is something that we are so resistant to. I encourage anybody out there, go get some professional help. And don't take it the wrong way. Somebody you can talk to, who can listen to you, who can hear you. It's different with your spouse because they are there. You see them all the time. They're your work partners. They're your house partners. They're your best friends. Mine was my best friend. We did everything together. I mean, worked together, did Uber together. We went to a client's house together, waited for me outside certain areas I didn't want to go in by myself, but I had my spouse, and they were my best friend. My children are my best friend. My mother, my best friend. So I needed a break from all of them because they depended on me too much. So it's time for me to get away from it and start over. So here I am, New Mexico, all by myself. And like I said before in my way previous videos, I've never lived anywhere alone by myself. And it's a journey of learning how to do that by yourself. And one of the things I've learned is when you're on a journey and you're writing down, and I journal a lot, and one of the things I journaled is I needed change, and I wanted to get rid of a lot of the things that I was dealing with. The last several years, I lost my brother to cancer, lost my sister to COVID, and my nephew gets in trouble. It was like a constantly revolving door of things just constantly happen. And so by removing myself from my family environment and dynamics and friends, so you become the listening ear. You become the glue that holds everything together. And after a while, the glue wears out, and after a while, the things that continue to happen will happen, because even though you there to help them, at some point they have to learn to help themselves. So I'm just, I'm elated that for 1 year I've actually lived in New Mexico. It has truly been a blessing and a true journey of healing myself. Like I said, I've gotten a counselor, and I had to admit to things that I was afraid of admitting to. I got a spiritual coach to help me go to the next level of my journey, because that was a major thing that I wrote down, is that I am one of the people that embrace spirituality. I've gotten a degree in theology. I've studied Hebrew Israelite culture. My children grew up in Hebrew Israelite. I studied under Islam, sat with Rastafarians. So you go on this journey on this life, and you're still trying to figure it out, because none of it really, I always saw it as some kind of, in my opinion is you're still connected to some kind of thing. You're not connected to self. So I just wanted to share this video, because yesterday my oldest daughter and I was talking, and I remember when I was working at the Wellness Center as part of my part-time work, she would come with me to work, and she's a yoga specialist. She specializes in yoga, and she was doing yoga at 18 years old. I knew she was doing yoga. I had no interest in it. I hated it. I'm like, that's not an exercise. What can you do with yoga? And my bias is towards exercise was, you have to sweat, you have to lift weights, you have to, be strong. And because that's the mindset we were taught in our culture. Black women got to be strong. You can't let nobody see you hurt. You can't let nobody see you cry. So we take on this persona of being this macho woman, this superwoman, this super mom. And people, my children would say, Mom, you're a super mom. No, I'm not. Because I held a whole lot of anger and bitterness towards things that I would never let people see. So she and I was talking, and I said to her, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am. And she was like, yeah, you said that before. I said, and I owed you an apology. She took me to a yoga class, and I really enjoyed it. And I was so prideful that I wouldn't tell her I enjoyed the class. And I said, oh my God, that was fun. I got to do it again. So the more I went to yoga, the place we went to was called Yoga Plus Herbs. Yoga Plus Herbs was in Matawan, New Jersey. And we lived in Philadelphia. So we would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to drive all the way over there to go to this class. And we wouldn't just do one class. We would do it was a 6 o'clock, a 7 o'clock class, and an 8 o'clock meditation. So because we came so far, they would give us, they would charge us for half the price, because we came far, and we would stay for 3 hours. And I attended a meditation class. And when I say it was the most liberating, the most relaxing environment to just sit quietly after doing all this movement with your body. And so I'm watching my daughter with this yoga and her doing these poses, the crane, the this, the that. And I was thinking, what in the hell? I can't do that. I had so much muscle on my body. My muscles were restricting me to do certain movements. So the more I did yoga, the more weight I lost. Not weight, more muscle came off my body. So my body physically became more strong, because mentally I learned how to heal my body. So I was sharing with her, I apologize for my bias, because I was biased towards what exercise is. And when I learned that, that's how you actually accept things, by being honest about how you feel. And guys, this has been truly a journey. I had to go and apologize to a lot of people I might not see, but what I do is when I'm sitting down meditating, I'll say out in the atmosphere, please forgive me, because I was biased towards you. I was angry towards you, and and I'm very sarcastic. Hey, who ain't? I can say something and it might come off very kind, but it's sarcastic. I'm being who I am. Say how you feel. And Leos, we're very extroverted. We're very extroverted, and we don't take crap either. I'm not taking crap from anyone. I don't care who you are. My boss, and I have learned to being here. You really have to be humble. So I've humbled myself, and I had to admit to my daughter. And so I told her I was going to do in the video that I apologize for being biased towards her exercise regime versus mine, because I'm a weightlifter, and I've been for many years. But over the years, I've learned that you can have all the muscles in the world, you can be as strong as you want, but can you stretch? So from the yoga, the last 5 years of my career, I have focused more on stretching and healing your body. And a part of healing was that I had to get away from my family. So when I got away from my family, I began to incorporate things a little different. Do I miss them? Absolutely, I do. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. But I really miss them, and I love them tremendously. And to be honest, being here has allowed me to really realize that I needed to work on myself. I needed to heal myself. I needed to understand what this path of healing really was. So which was why I started the healing exercise trainer, because every day I go outside, and I also keep a gratitude journal. So I get up every morning, I do my meditation. Sometimes I just lay in my bed and do my meditation in the bed. Sometimes I take a bath and do my meditation in the bath for about an hour and just chant in the tub, chant in the bed. And it's the whole thing I'm learning is be patient with yourself. Really be patient with yourself, because we want things to happen so instantaneously. Manifestations and things like that, yeah, they manifest. Those things have been around since the beginning of time. We are always manifesting something. Our thoughts, our perceptions, our biases, they all manifest, because when we're ready to admit that we have these small little things that keep us away from the next level of our life, it's your level of where you want to be in your manifestation. And you really need to understand that, where you want to be in your manifestation. So here I am sitting here a year later in New Mexico, understanding now everything I did prior to coming here was that I manifested, because I kept saying that I'm going to be leaving soon, guys. And I don't know when, but I'm going to be leaving soon. So you guys better get yourselves together. So I guess they would say, oh, you're not going anywhere. I said, yes, I am going to be going somewhere. You're not leaving us. Yes, I am. And when the phone rang and they offered me the job, and they told me that I would have to leave and come to New Mexico, Kirtland Air Force Base, and I was thinking, I don't know how my family's going to take this, but I gotta go. So I did it. I'm here. I'm making that journey. So as we continue to go forth in this new level, this is a new year, a new time, a new atmosphere, a new journey. It's still new. Did I get there? Heck no. I'm still on my way there. And I just want you to know, guys, if you're out here and you're looking for something, find somebody that you can actually really be honest with and get to the bottom of your root self. Because we only know who we are when we're ready to find out who we are. Oh, let me say that again. We only know who we are when we're ready to find out who we really are. Like who we really are. What do we really want? Because if you really look at your life, go back to your childhood at 4 and 5 years old, 6 years old. What were you really excited about when you was a child? Because I could go back to 5. I loved music and art. I loved drawing. I loved everything about it, which is why it took me a long time to find out what it was that I really enjoyed. The longest career I've ever had was when I worked for myself as a personal trainer, exercise specialist, because I loved creating different exercise routines with people so that they can feel the joy of healing. And I've watched people heal with exercise. And here I am, healing myself first mentally, then physically I can heal. Because when I came here, I couldn't even walk. I told you in the beginning of my videos, I couldn't walk. My right leg was hurt so bad, I dragged it. And as you know, over the course of time with that dragging, your hip begins to bother you. You know that your hip is connected to your lower back muscles and all of the things, your coccyx, all of those things that's connected to your hips affects your lower back. So I just begin to stretch the whole time I'm here, stretching. If you've seen some of the videos, you see me ride my bike. I mean, I've done a lot more things now than I did before because I had to make a sacrifice. The other thing, guys, is I don't have a car. The only thing I have is a bike. And my bike was attacked by some goat heads. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a big thing here in Albuquerque. And oh my God, my bike had 2 flats, so I had to walk over 3 miles back home from on base. So I'll tell you guys about that later, but I just wanted to share you, I'm getting rid of my biases. I'm getting rid of my anger. I'm getting rid of my own self critique of saying that I'm the super mom. No, I'm not the super mom. I'm the mother to children who I love, and I want to continue to prosper in the journey. And since I've left, no lie, they've gotten themselves together. One has 2 great jobs working at the VA hospital in Penn Medicine. Works 2 jobs. The other one has a exceptional 3-year-old who has the mind of a mature 5-year-old. Everybody thinks this young man is 5 years old because he can have a conversation with you like you know, like you and I. He's fully potty trained, and I gave her kudos because as a mom, it's not an easy thing to have a child and you don't know what to do, because I was there helping, and now that I wasn't there helping, she didn't think she could do it, and she has done marvelous. So like I said, understand what biases are. It's putting your own perception on something. Putting your own perception on something. And it's bias is not racist. It's not any of those things. It's about being honest about things that you cannot control. We can't control everything. That's why there's such a thing as trials and tribulations. When you go through them, you understand why. But understand, this 1-year journey has really allowed me to embrace a lot of things differently. So again, thank you guys for your time. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate you. If you just understand, this journey is about just living life without any restrictions, living life being honest with yourself, living life to go to the next journey, living life to live a little longer, living life that everything is a way of life. You create it, you design it, you make it what it really is. And this is what I really want to be able to heal from the inside out. And this has been my journey since I got here, and I'm striving towards it. And one of them was getting rid of this cultural, spiritual, religious, sexist, racism mindset, because I had it. I was so resistant to a lot of things that I couldn't grow. So now that I'm being able to embrace a lot of things, I'm able to grow, because I had to get all of that stuff out my head. I mean, I was so restricted on a lot of things. I was not budging. I'm not doing. It took a lot of courage to be honest with yourself to be where I am, because it's like if I really want change, that means I had to get myself away from things and people and places and family that all made me you know, it drained me. I was literally drained. So guys, take a moment to be honest with the things you're around. And if you're listening to this video and you found this, kudos to you and thank you. And I hope you enjoyed listening to it. But changing your mind is not just saying, oh, I'm going to do it. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing either. It really takes time. So for every 6 weeks I spoke with a coach, she might have said one word that has impacted me. I even have the DEIA as a mentor. There's a diversity and inclusion and acceptance here in the Air Force. And it's things Chief said to me about bias and the difference of it. This is why I can actually sit here and say, wow. I mean, I've gotten 3 mentors, one for religious affairs. And like, again, it might be 1 or 2 things that she may say that makes me realize, wow, it's not a whole sentence. It's just having that connection of people to get you to the next level of your life, to the next level of your career, the next level of your journey. And I know as a business owner, you bring a lot to the table, to the Department of Defense, and by all means, I was able to embrace that. So, as I take this day and wish you all a lovely, happy, awesome, powerful day. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay loving, and remember that we all live a unique life. Bless it.